The latest dump of the Epstein files has led people to suggest that the disgraced paedophile was actually growing scopolamine, one of the world's most dangerous drugs. It's a toxic plant that can produce scopolamine, and it is associated with robbery, abuse and assault. So in this video we're going to look at what scopolamine is, how it got that terrible reputation, and what was in the Epstein files to link it to him. Scopolamine is a tropical alkaloid produced by a species of plant which have trumpet-shaped blooms, such as Hyoscyamus albus and Datura stramonium. Native to South America, these plants are from the nightshade family. The drug they produce, scopolamine, is linked to rape, kidnappings and robberies. It's considered so dangerous that it's often referred to as devil's breath or the world's scariest drug. It's a medicine that is used to manage nausea, vomiting and motion sickness. It works by blocking the acetylcholine in the brain, a neurotransmitter involved in memory, awareness and decision making. When it's used in a medical context at lower doses, it's controlled and generally safe. The side effects can include a dry mouth, but it's nothing too crazy. But when it's used in higher doses outside a medical setting, the same mechanism can wipe someone's memory, disrupt their reasoning skills, make them less fearful and generally confused. Scopolamine is a perfect drug for spiking. It incapacitates the victim, makes them susceptible, makes them suggestible, they remember nothing, it's odourless, it's tasteless, and it doesn't show up on drug tests. It's a masterful drug for someone who wants to manipulate and abuse another person, and it appeared in the Epstein files. In 2015, 7 years after he was convicted of sex crimes against a minor, Jeffrey Epstein received an email which appears to be, in my opinion allegedly, from the photographer Anton Verglas. He is a very famous photographer who has shot covers for Vogue, Elle, GQ, Playboy and worked with Victoria's Secret. It contained a link to an article about scopolamine titled "Scopolamine, Powerful Drug Growing in the Forests of Colombia That Eliminates Free Will." So here we have a very famous photographer from New York that presumably has had access to a number of young models over the years, who is sending a convicted paedophile information about a spiking drug. In 2014, Epstein sent an email to someone called Anne Rodriguez, which read, quote, "Ask Chris about my trumpet plants." Trumpet plant could be a reference to a number of different species, but it did lead to speculation online and in the British tabloid newspapers that Epstein was actually producing the drug. In Colombia, reports of criminal scopolamine administration have emerged as early as the 1950s. According to authorities in Colombia, criminals there started using it in around 2013 to target tourists to rob them.
They had the access of my Face ID through my phone. They were able to see all my login data of my internet accounts, so my bank account and also my saving accounts. I'm a member of some crypto exchanges. These were my savings and they stole everything. I calculated it today. It is around $15,000, so basically all the money I have and my savings, and they stole my phone. And now I'm in the situation where I don't have a phone, no access to a bank account, no money, and I'm stuck here in Medellin, Colombia on Christmas Day. So yeah, the past 3 days I was really depressed, to be honest.
This video is brought to you by Easy Test Kits, quick, reliable and affordable testing kits for all your favourite party prescriptions. These are presumptive testing kits, meaning they can give you a very good indication as to what is in your baggie. To learn more or to order, say, a cocaine testing kit, click the link in the description and use my promo code SESH for a 10% discount. It's difficult to know how many people get spiked using this method in Colombia, as dazed and confused victims often prove ineffective witnesses. There are even reports of victims helping the robbers to clear their home of all valuables. According to this study, the most intriguing phenomenon seen in this is not the effects of the drug, but the submissive and obedient behavior of the victim. It says criminals use this drug to take victims on a quote $1 million ride, during which the victims submissively withdraw money from a bank machine. The drug is commonly blown in the faces of victims or placed in their beverages.
I got drugged and robbed from $100,000 4 days ago by a girl. She put something in my drink. It's called 𝙀𝙧𝙪𝙜.
Victims often surrender their valuables to the criminals without resistance.
But you become so susceptible under this drug, apparently, that, at least in my friend's case, they were able to convince him to walk into his parents' house with 2 strangers and make some plausible excuse, I guess. He doesn't really remember the whole thing. And go into his bedroom and get more cash and his valuables.
Neither the victim nor the surrounding people are aware that a crime is being committed, and as a result, there are usually no witnesses.
Tú coges con un soplido así, por ejemplo, tú estás aquí caminando y de repente, o sea, tú vas de espalda o vamos a una pinta caminando acá y yo me le paso por un lado y le hago así nomás con eso, nomás con ese destello.
In 2021, a man was found dead in London the day after he met someone on Grindr. Toxicology reports showed he had died from an overdose of scopolamine. 2 people got sent down for his murder. They got 16 years and 32 years. In 2022, a 27-year-old tourist from America was traveling in Colombia when he matched with someone on Tinder. He was drugged and robbed, and his body was found in a bin the next day. Now, it wasn't using scopolamine. He overdosed off other sedative drugs, but it does give an interesting insight into how these operations exist. It was one person who was very attractive that matched with him on Tinder. He went on that date, and then there was 2 other men that were involved, one as a getaway driver and the other one to sort of organise the robbery. The police weren't interested in investigating it at first, but the family organised a private investigator who found that the victim had posted a picture of the female robber on Snapchat. That ended up with them being arrested. They are now still awaiting trial.
It always seems to come back to sex in one way or another, and it always seems to start at places like this.
A la mesa del lado. Eso eran más o menos las 10, 11 de la noche. Uno de mis errores, aparte de quedarme solo, fue irme al baño y dejar la mesa sola. Obviamente cuando llegué, algo le habían echado al trago. Continuamos tomando. Ese lapso de tiempo de que se empiezan a olvidar las cosas, como ya sentirme mareado, sumo yo que ya empezaba a hacer efecto lo que le habían echado al trago. Al día siguiente, tipo 8 de la mañana, aparecí en Castilla en lugar de Castilla en un parque.
In 2024, the US Embassy said that visitors to Colombia should take serious caution when using dating apps after a spate of suspicious deaths there. They said that in the last 2 months of 2023, 8 US citizens died in the city of Medellin in incidents involving drugging, robbing, and suspected murder. There's even a Facebook page dedicated to warning tourists. It's called Colombia Scopolamine Victim and Alerts. So it's the sort of thing that you can see that Epstein was interested in. He also seemed to be interested in the effects of GHB, inquiring in 2 emails about its ability to produce a deep, uninterrupted sleep. Scopolamine was mentioned again in a 2022 email that was found in the Epstein files. It's labelled a victim impact statement, and it names a man called Joseph Manzaro, describing an alleged incident in 2014 in which he said that he was drugged with scopolamine, but it's completely unverified. However, it's quite a long, rambling, incoherent statement. Do I think this is evidence that Jeffrey Epstein was growing or producing scopolamine? No, but I do think it's evidence that he was at least interested in it, and he could be linked to the drug. It's pretty dark really when you think about it, because this is a drug that makes people more vulnerable, and if there's anyone that you don't want to be vulnerable around, It is the Jeffrey Epsteins and the royal nonces of this world. If you find these videos useful or interesting, do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification. You can get these videos on Spotify too, and I'll see you on the next one.